Good evening, this is Giuseppe Bartley, and I'm making up for my missed podcast yesterday, which was the 8th of May 2020. As you can clearly see by the shaven face, I'm not in the mine anymore. I got permit to get out. So thank God after over 60 days there. And I do miss it. I do miss nature. I do miss being surrounded by the universe, Mother Nature, Pachamama, what you want to call her. The beauty, the silence. Because of that silence, I managed to write a lot, to feel a lot, to find myself. I still am. However, the trip here was a disappointment. 320 something kilometers of utter disappointment. It was quick. I fell asleep for half of it. When the half I was awake, I saw truckloads of people going to work into the farms. Barely any protection. People walking up and down the streets, couples holding hands, children, police doing nothing because I don't blame them in the military. They given up. They don't want to tell people what to do anymore because they don't want to risk their lives getting infected because hundreds of them are infected and tens of them are dead. And I don't blame them anymore for giving up on people who just don't care. And by the time I got to Lima, I saw even people without masks, without gloves, without glasses, without any sort of protection or remorse for other people's lives, who just don't care. Some even answer back and say, "What do you want me to do? What's it to you?" And honestly, if you're one of those people and you get COVID, you deserve it. And if you die, you deserve it more. I hope you go to the other place of heaven because you've really screwed things up for the rest of us. No consideration, especially if the one of the groups who answers back. You have no human rights in my book. You don't deserve them. So I wouldn't even treat you. I just throw you on the street and let you die there. Because you know what? You're the reason this world's so screwed up. You just don't care, do you? Bad enough that someone may have done this to us, but there's no excuse for that behavior. None. No mercy for that. No, none. I already grew up for a child's terrorism. I lived for a lot of ordeals, and I don't need to be a victim of someone else's garbage. And this poem is dedicated to you since we're talking about terrorism, because that's what you are if you're out there and you have no excuse. You're a terrorist. And terrorists should be put down without any mercy. Anyway, here we go. Universidad de San Marcos, 1989, 1989, inside a classroom with the Faculty of Letters. Only about a dozen of us dare to show up to lectures these days. And education is not always worth dying for. So we sit and fang Marxism, huddling into communes of threes and fours to improve our chances of survival. When the professors stroll in, we infiltrate the ranks by claiming that the empty wooden desks were once occupied by informants from the right, fascists, deserters, hiding at home like the nation's president. That is why we sit through faculty meetings, classes, late-night study groups smoking cigarettes and chanting communist hymns, so as not to arouse suspicion, since many of the leaders of the Shining Path are members of the Faculty of Letters, some even founders. If they don't believe in your commitment to the cause, they will fail you. Fail them in the cause, and they will kill you, or have you killed. The day they hand your diploma, you should get a minor in drama. Most days are bearable because no one shows up to teach. Distance learning. It doesn't matter anyway what we learn. No vacancies when we leave, no jobs, only inflation, the threat of death, cholera, poverty, starvation. Down with revisionism. Long live Maoism. So yeah, we're reliving a lot of the things. We're living plague, as this discovers, or illness. We're relating starvation, because we can't go to work. Or repressive debt. We're being repressed in any possible way. And, this is not working. Not working at all. And clearly, just, you're out there. You're one of these terrorists. You deserve no mercy. You have no human rights. You're devoid of anything. Not even arrest. If they, just throw you in the prison of all the sick people. It's just disgusting you would do that to human beings. Just no love for yourself, no respect for anybody. No love, no... Just, what kind of a monster are you? If you're listening to this and you're one of those people, you're a monster. Just a horrible human being. Stay at home. Be decent. Just, please, try to help humanity. Don't be the cause of our downfall. We need to stay together and fight this together. Doesn't matter who started it, who's doing what, stop. And remember, hashtag stay at home.